my name is Audrey Alison, and this is your June 2014 forecast. I'm so happy to be here. I want to thank you very much for your patience. I appreciate you liking, sharing, Google Plusing, and subscribing to these YouTube forecasts. All right, here's the action. On the 7th, Mercury retrogrades, okay? So we have a Mercury retrograde in June from the 7th of June through the 30th of June. Mercury's retrograding 3 degrees of Cancer. And then on the 17th of June, he'll go deeper into a retrograde of Gemini. So, revise, rewrite, reanalyze, relax. Don't try to get a lot accomplished on the technical realm. With you, you have Chiron retrograde and your ruling planet Neptune is going to retrograde, okay, in your first house. We have the Sun in your 4th house. We have Mercury retrograding in Cancer where Jupiter is, and the new moon will occur all in your 5th house. 5th house of children, 5th house of romance, creative ventures. The 5th house is fun. You know, it's where Leo represents. It's the sun. It's the warmth. So you might have some technical aspects regarding children, getting children to and fro places, to and fro. This might cause some glitches in that area, or not necessarily glitches, but delays, because Mercury doesn't just stop, he just slows down 3 times a year, so you're used to that. And then when Mercury goes further into retrograde, June 17th through the 30th, when he deepens that retrograde, that will affect your 4th house of home. So you could find some technical difficulties on the home front. Nothing disastrous. There could be, you know, anything from the cable going out to, you know, needing assistance in the plumbing area. So just keep your eye out for that. I don't want to create a lot of negative warnings with Mercury retrograde. It's just a perfect time going into summer to slow things down a little bit and to rethink some action in the 5th, rethink things about the children and the creative endeavors, if need be. On June 9th, your ruling planet, Neptune, retrogrades 7 degrees Pisces, so this will occur in your 1st house of self. Now, Neptune retrograde is actually a trippy vibe, because Neptune direct, Neptune moving forward, puts on the rose-colored glasses. Neptune, your ruling planet, creates that dreamy illusion, disillusionment, rose-colored glasses, not seeing things for what they really are, the smoke screen. Now, with Neptune also rules, you know, drugs and the nebulous and the movie industry and film and wherever there is any kind of fantasy. That's Neptune. With Neptune retrograde, you might see things for what they truly are now in the 1st house of self-empowerment, personality, ego. You might have to, you know, you might raise those glasses and see things clearly. So Neptune retrograde is a clearer aspect starting June 9th, and Neptune will be retrograde the entire month of June, and, you know, sometime a few months after that as well. But it's good because you'll see things for what they are. Pulling a card about that now for you. Okay, so the 8 of Swords is stagnation, the beast, feeling trapped, blocked, or frustrated. This could actually move things forward for you, Pisces. Your dreams could come to fruition now. The dreamy state could actually be implemented. There could be more action with Neptune direct. Not that Neptune is an action planet, but with Mars now direct in Libra, Mars effectively going direct, combining with Neptune retrograde, could actually make you take action and see things clearer and see the steps that actually need to be done to implement. You know, a lot of 1st house action, but also 8th house action where Mars is in Libra for you, which is shared resources. The 8th house is also sex and rebirth and projects coming to fruition and the birthing process. Shared resources, shared endeavors. So you'll see some action move forward with Neptune retrograde. Not necessarily everything moving retrograde is bad, bad or good. So June 13th is when we have our full moon. Full moon is in 22 degrees Sagittarius. So we just recently had our new moon in Gemini, and now the full moon's in Sag. This is going to open things up for you, Pisces. Sagittarius is another mutable sign with you, okay? And Sagittarius is your 10th house of career and social status and limelight and larger projects. This is 10th house is where the midheaven, between the 9th and 10th, where the midheaven is the career, the reason for your purpose, your force, what you want to implement, this life path, this lifetime. So having a full moon here will illuminate the areas in which you might need to focus on that you haven't seen before. There might be a new way of viewing the career for you, or how to process that career. It's positive. Where the full moon hits, it always brings things to light that maybe have been hidden. On the 17th, Mercury retrogrades again deeper into that Gemini, into the 4th house for you. So pay attention to what's happening in the home. Mercury will remain retrograde in Gemini till the 30th or 1st of July. Mercury doesn't clear his shadow phase till the 26th of July, but he'll go direct on the 1st of July. On the 20th, Chiron, that's stationed in Pisces, also retrogrades. Chiron is an asteroid, the wounded healer, and he'll retrograde 17 degrees of Pisces. So, what does this mean? It means the aspects of your inner self that you've been trying to heal, since Chiron is with you in your first. You might be healing wounds from way early in the past for you. Deep-seated self-inflicted wounds, but also, and self-sabotage, but also maybe family-rooted issues that you've been trying to heal. Now with Chiron retrograde, this might get even deeper in a positive way, going deep to bring things to the surface, to clear out the mess. A lot of Pisces are working internally through therapies or counsel, or their own self-therapies, inner reflection and inner work. And this is a very positive healing time for you. On June 21st, first day of summer, longest day of the year, summer solstice, and I'm super excited about that because it is my birthday. So I love that day when the sun shines and the summer begins and the nights are a little bit longer and warmer, at least. The sun enters Cancer on the 21st at 6:51 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This will illuminate for you, since Cancer is another water sign for you, Pisces. It's such a compatible time. And this is your 5th house, so you have the new moon there as well, and Jupiter in Cancer. So the combination of the sun, Jupiter, and the new moon coming up that we have in Cancer, this, although Mercury retrograde there, all of these other massively beneficial planets, the enormity of the life force of the sun, in addition to Jupiter, the most beneficial and the most abundant planet, I'm almost a little less concerned with Mercury retrograde, with these huge planetary aspects stationed in your 5th of creative endeavors. I think you're having blessings, and with children if you have them, blessings in this area. Fruitful, abundant growth. Slower growth, but still growing nonetheless. With Jupiter there, it has no choice other than to expand. So, moving forward on the 23rd, Venus, planet of money and love, goes into Gemini. Holla! So the 4th house of home, where there could be a little bit of crises. Well, I mean, that's dramatic. Nothing that detrimental from the retrograde. However, if you're worried about maybe a plumbing issue, and I don't know why I continually say plumbing, there could be pipe issues for Pisces. Water drama in the home because you are the fish, you are the water, and either way, Venus is there to beautify this fourth house as well. So, this is the kind of scenario that could line up with Venus and a Mercury retrograde in your fourth. You could be in the process of beautifying the home, restructuring the home, laying it out, making it nice for summer, okay? And in the interim of maybe getting things aligned, getting the new bedspreads together, painting, cleaning, clearing, cleansing, there could be some technical aspects there while you're attempting to do it. Perhaps electrical cord doesn't work, or you blow the power in a situation. Just try to go slow in these paces of revamping the home, because I know a lot of Pisces are clearing energy out, which is a great thing, especially for the summer. Okay, so here's another interesting transit. June 25th through the 28th, we have an exact opposition between Mars, who's stationed in Libra. Directly across from Libra is Aries, and that's where we have Uranus, the planet of surprise and sudden shock. There is an exact opposition here. It happens every 2 years between these two guys. They're stationed polar opposite. So Mars and Libra for you, Pisces. Okay, so Libra's is your 8th house, and Uranus is stationed in your 2nd. This is affecting finances for you. Your 2nd house of money and your 8th house of shared resources. There's a pull here. It doesn't mean it's combustible, but it's an opposition, meaning both are forces pushing up against each other, and it's an exact opposition here. So what I'm thinking is that if you're attempting to save, you have to expend just as much as you're saving, so you won't really get ahead in the month of June, or at least in that time period of the last week of June, the 25th to the 28th. You could come up against each other. These planets can come up against each other regarding your finances. On the 27th of June, we have the new moon, 5 degrees in Cancer again. This is where the action is this month, between Gemini and Cancer. And I love a new moon here. You want to plant your intentions in this 5th house. Creative projects have either coming to a culmination or ahead, or it's a perfect date around the 27th, 28th to initiate creative endeavors. Oh, and that makes sense on a personal level with a little Pisces I know. Starting a creative endeavor, how perfectly planned. For you artists, musicians, painters, writers, any type of aesthetic in art field. I mean, it could even be computer work, graphics, behind the scenes work of production, lighting. Even in the realm of teaching and study, in the creative forces, or even comedians and people who perform, this is the moon to plant your intentions on where you see yourself for a full year, from this new moon until next June's new moon in the 5th house. I mean, usually it's a 28-day lunar cycle people want you to focus your intentions on, but I think you should think big. You've got a lot of big planetary support in the 5th, so why not? Here's some cards for you. The Empress, birthing creative projects, birthing children themselves. The Empress expands growth in creative endeavors and artistic projects. She's also beautiful, beautifying, just like Venus is in that 5th house as well. 4th house and going into the 5th. The King of Staffs, the Master of Feelings. You feel very deeply about these projects you're involved in. And you're also feeling very deeply about people and relationships and friendships. You want to protect your health and your wealth at this time. The 2nd house does have a little bit of strain just in the last week of June. But I really like the aspects for you, Pisces. You're healing, you're clearing, and you're creating. So it really doesn't get better than that. My name is Audrey Alison. If you'd like to book a reading with me, I read all through the week. You can reach me at audreyallison.com and on Facebook at Audrey Alison, Astrology and Tarot. Thank you, Pisces. I'm wishing you a beautiful day and a beautiful June. Have a sweet one. Bye.